Superman, Spider-Man, all the guys who wear their underwear above their trousers, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? My dad, her dad surely doesn't do that, right? Now, what comes to your mind when I say heroes? Shakti Kapoor? That's scary. Sorry?
I have a difference. When you say the word hero, actually it comes to my mind the patriotism which prevailed in India and helped to bring us the independence.
I love you, man. I love you. What is the name?
Adrit Banerjee.
Sorry?
Adrit Banerjee.
Adrit Banerjee. Thank you, Adrit. Okay. But what really comes to people's mind who do we glorify as heroes today? Who do we glorify as heroes? Someone who is? Flying. Okay, that's a superhero. Someone who's flying with the underwear worn above the trousers, right? Sorry? No, but who do you read mostly about in newspapers, or who do you watch on Arnab Goswami's show? Sorry? Mahatma Gandhi. He's not alive to be on Arnab Goswami's show, right? Who?
Sir, if today we ask someone who's a real hero, the answer would be very lame. But if we ask a person who's a hero, they will take a superstar's name or someone.
Very nice. Thank you so much. What is your name?
Aditya Narayan Jha.
Aditya, big hand for Aditya, please. So today, in today's world, a hero is mostly nothing but a mere celebrity. That's not my concept of a hero. They are far away from being heroes. They're far away from being heroes. But that does not mean that somebody who's famous cannot be a hero. But here comes the concept of real heroism. So what is the concept of real heroism? So let's get into the theme. The hero in you inspires the hero in me. And vice versa. But to do that, I need to live a life of purpose. I need to have a purpose in my life. And I need to make a contribution to make a difference in the world. Yes or no? Not because it is selfless. Not because it is selfless, but because it is selfish. If I'm not doing something to make a contribution in the world, am I creating a better world for my family? Yes or no? Then who is responsible for the world which has gone wrong? I am. Yes or no? Right? So that is my concept of real hero. And as I get into the theme, I'm going to tell you stories from two books. One is Mr. Jeet Paul's book, which is The Business of Life. It's a very inspiring book. And as I read it after Renu sent it to me, I realized that a lot of values, a lot of principles that Mr. Jeet Paul speaks about are principles that I also believe in, are values that I also believe in. I loved his humility. I loved his entire concept of how to avoid mindless recognition and being me, myself, and I, and trying to stay as humble as possible. Because humility has to be practiced. You can't really be humble. And the other book is a book I have written. It's called Karma Kari for the mind, body, heart, and soul, in which I've tried to tell stories of real heroes. And when I was launching the book at the India Non-Fiction Festival, there was a gathering of around 350 people. And people said, what made you write a book like this when everybody is writing about the Mahabharata secret or the Krishna key, because everybody's writing fiction? And I said, that's not my journey, because I don't like writing fiction. I want to write stories, true stories of real people, real life stories. And this has been a journey. This is not just a book. This has been a journey where I've met several people who are making an extraordinary difference in the world. And that is what makes them heroes. And I'll tell you a little about some of them. So when I was launching the book, I asked the people in the gathering, I said, I also have a hero who's a sports star. My favorite hero in the sports arena, he's my age, a champion in his own right, and has done huge things with a sense of purpose and a good intent to ensure that he does not mislead the youngsters with his endorsements and things like that. And in that gathering of 350 people, all the hands went up. And can you tell me whose name they took? Loudly. Sachin Tendulkar, right? And I said, no, please listen to me carefully. I said, it is a person my age, somebody who is alive, somebody who has good intent not to mislead people. I said he's not a cricketer, and this man 13 years ago had said no to 3 crores of rupees when Pepsi asked him to endorse their product. Can you say Sachin now? No, right? Because Sachin endorses Pepsi, he now endorses Coke. But here is a sports champion who said no. He became a challenge for Pepsi. Pepsi said, raise the bar, buy him out. He said, you give me anything, I won't endorse your product because I do not want to mislead the children and the youth of this country to think that Pepsi is a healthy drink. Any idea who it was? Most youngsters don't even know his name. Saurav Ganguly would endorse anything. Sorry, I know I'm in his land, but don't beat me up. Yeah? Anyone else? Kapil Dev, my God. You guys are far from the truth. Sorry? Rahul Dravid. Okay, let me give another clue. He's not a cricketer. Yes, in cricket, if anybody has great intent and integrity, it is Rahul Dravid. Pele, Indian sports star. Indian sports star. Most youngsters, most students, even most teachers don't know this man's name. Sorry? Leander Pace, no. Abhinav Bindra, no. This man has also given 6 champions to the country on his own cost. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, no. No. Not any cricketer, I said. Not any cricketer. Listen to me. Listen to me. Anyone else? Okay, let me give you a clue. Badminton player. Come on. Her guru. Pullela Gopichand. It takes courage to say no to money because you don't want to mislead the youth. That is heroism. Do you agree? Yes or no? Is courage about not having fear? Yeah? Is courage about not having fear? Is courage about being fearless? So that, what defines a hero? A hero is, you need to have the courage in that face of adversity to say no, to take a stand. And that's what Gopichand did. His parents said, what are you doing? We need the money. And he said, don't worry, I'll make the money. I don't want to mislead the youth of this country to think that Pepsi is a healthy drink. Can you see the strong intent? Right? So he had the right character and he had the right competence. Right? The competence to be an international champion, to do the right thing, and then give the country 6 champions on his own cost. Right? Now that's a real hero for me. So my book actually covers a whole lot of heroes. Right? And so I've told you what the meaning of a hero is. A hero is a person, a real hero is a person with a sense of purpose who makes a contribution to make a difference in our society. Right? Now let me tell you something about Mr. Jeet Paul. His book, The Business of Life. Yeah, the values which jump out, and we've unveiled his statue today. These are the values which actually kind of jump out of his book. All okay? All right. Make some noise. Okay? So the values which jump out are austerity, simplicity, family values, huge family values. Here is a man who was in the face of adversity and he realized that he needs to do something to take his family forward. A lot of people may not have that kind of thinking, right? But this man had the thinking and he took his family forward, had huge family values with a lot of humility and fairness for one and all. He used to give equal time to one and all. And if you read the book, you'll see that these were the values which were inculcated in him by his parents, by his other family members. And while growing up, he even worked on his shop floor, cleaning the shop, cleaning the floors, right? How many of you would do that? How many of you would go out and clean the streets of India? How many of you have done that? Yeah? Karan, who's from the Apeejay group, and we actually worked on this and started the Kida Hai Kya movement to clean India. But not too many people have joined in as yet, not every Indian, because a lot of Indians, most schools are doing it, but it's become mandatory. We would like you to do it voluntarily, not because somebody enforces it on you. I remember I was teaching a course on ethical leadership in a B school called ISB around 7 years ago. And as a part of the ethical leadership course, I take the students out to clean the streets. I don't force them, nor do I give them any brownie points, yeah? And one student came up to me, and this is what I wrote in my book, and said, "Sir, I won't do it." I said, "Okay, no problem." I said, I won't force you to do it. But tell me, why won't you do it? And he said to me, he said, I'm an intellectual, I'm meant for better things. I said, okay, that's fair. Don't do it, there's no force, there's no coercion. Yeah? But tell me, if not you, who will clean up your house? If not you, who will clean up your house? I just asked him that one question. And then because I have a Kida, I pointed out the Dean over there. His name was Dean Rao. I said, look at Dean Rao. He's removed his coat. He's got a broom in his hand. He's doing it voluntarily, but you're learning from a non-intellectual. Because you're an intellectual, you can't pick up the broom, but Dean Rao has picked up the broom. So we get limited with our mindset. The ordinary mindset where we get embarrassed to do the right thing and think it's cool to do the wrong thing. Right? That's the mark of a hero again. A hero does the right thing. Right? You don't need to be told. You do it voluntarily. How many of you volunteer? Let's have a show of hands. Why do you volunteer? Anyone who wants a microphone? Let's have her share her thoughts. Why do you volunteer?
Because I want a better society.
You want a better society for whom?
For me and my surrounding, friends, family.
Very nice.
And my next generation.
So there is a element of selfishness in that, right?
Absolutely.
Very nice. It's good to be selfish. And I was very amazed to read this in Mr. Jeet Paul's book, because around 3 months ago I did a TED talk on the virtue of selfishness. And I said, when I'm selfish, it's about me. And if I do the right thing for myself, I will inspire others to do the right thing for them. So that's what selfishness means. I want you to be like me because I do the right thing. Right? Agree? If I want respect, can I just get respect because I ask you to give me respect? Can I get respect because I ask you to give me respect? How do I get respect? By giving you respect. Yes or no? So if I want respect, I need to give respect. Can I get love without giving love? Can I get trust without giving trust? Can all the money in the world buy me trust and respect? No, right? I can only do it by giving it, right? So it's good to be selfish. Thank you for bringing that out, right? Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
If not me, then who? If not now, then when?
Very nice. Very well summed up, very well quoted. If not me, then who? If not now, then when? We can't wait for change to happen. Can we stop change from happening? Yes or no? And what happens if we don't adapt with change? What happens if we don't adapt with change? Why do people not like change? No idea? Please, let's all stand up again. Let's all stand up again. Right? So are we ready for transformation? Yes or no? Right? So do me a favor. Just spread out your hands like this. All of you spread out your hand. Okay? Be careful, don't slap each other. Alright? Be careful, don't slap each other. All of you spread out your hands. Alright? And very naturally, without thinking, okay? Very naturally, without thinking, bring your hands together so that one thumb comes over the other thumb. One thumb comes over the other thumb. Right? Have you done it? Some of you would have your right thumb above. Yes or no? Some of you would have your left thumb above. Right? Now open your hands again. Open your hands again, all of you. Attention please. Yes? Open your hands again. And this time very consciously bring the other thumb above. Not the natural one. If you had your right thumb, bring the left thumb above. Right? Like I'll bring the left thumb above. Bring the other thumb above. Was it easy? Was it easy? Are you feeling comfortable? You're feeling some discomfort, right? It's a small change which has made you uncomfortable. Yes or no? Right? But if you do this regularly, will that discomfort still be there? I do this every day, so I don't feel uncomfortable. It's become natural for me. That's exactly how change works. If we wait for change to work on us, we might get broken. While if we work on change, we are better prepared for it. And that's transformation. Yes or no? So are you ready to be transformed? Are you ready to be a hero? So what does it take to be a hero? Sorry? Hard work, courage, practice, Sorry? Dedication. It'll take time, patience, believing in yourself, self-belief, modesty, right? So what did we all talk about? What did we just talk about? What are the things that you all said? You spoke about human values. Yes or no? So are we practicing the human values? Are we practicing human values? Think. Is the world practicing human values or materialistic values? Most people are defined by the car they drive, not by their values. Right? Most students over here, are you practicing human values? Or is it all about being me, myself, and I? Who am I? Most people don't know. 90% of the world does not know. I promise you that. It's a science of ontology. Who am I? Most people have never thought about it. You're still young. Most grown-ups have never thought about it. So how can you be practicing the human values when you don't know who you are? Right? That's one. How many of you know the fundamental rights of India? All right, very nice. Brilliant. Can any of you tell me how many fundamental rights are there? 6. Think again. 7? Okay. All right. Okay. We celebrate 26/11 every year. 26/11 every year as the Citizen Action Day. What is the significance of 26/11? Sorry? Santa Claus?
The terrorist attack of Mumbai.
The terrorist attack of Mumbai. Most people remember 26/11 for the terrorist attack of Mumbai, right? That date is significant, but it's not so important for me. Yes, a few people died. Yes. National? What day? Milk. Yes, it is also Dr. Varghese Kurian's birthday.